ER and Golgi complex. This is a TR antibody. In this, also Purkinje cells are stained. You can see this cell plasm and also the dendrites are stained. And there are some, it's not clear in this picture, but there are some dots stained as well. And the one in corner, Hu antibodies stain all the nerves in cerebral tissue. And the next one is Ma antibodies stains Purkinje cells and especially the nuclei of the Purkinje cells. And ampicillin, also similar to Hu antibodies, stains almost all the nerves. And also in here, doesn't stain the molecular layer, but it also stains the molecular layer as well. And antiganglioside antibodies, gangliosides are situated in central and peripheral nervous system. It consists of glycophospholipids, alpha-lactic amine, and consists at least one sialic acid residue. We look seven antiganglioside antibodies known as GM1, GM2, GM3, GD1A, GD1B, GT1B, and GQ1B. The formula of this is G stands for gangliosides and M stands for how many sialic acids contained in the specific antiganglioside. Now coming to aims of my study is to identify whether peripheral neuropathy in myeloma is related to neuro-oncology factors. And we also look into presences of paraneoplastic antibodies and antiganglioside antibodies in myeloma serum. And also we look for specified antigen markers on monkey cerebellum for other antibodies in myeloma patients. The patients we selected are from Medical Research UK, myeloma trial 9. We selected 377 patients, and PN is graded according to National Cancer Institute Common Toxicity Criteria Scale. This is a blinded analysis, so we don't know what kind of therapy, what kind of treatment these patients receive. We examine both presentation and latest samples of the trial. We store all the serum samples of the patients, and later we tested on them. The methods we used to detecting paraneoplastic antibodies were indirect immunofluorescence, which is from anti-antibodies, which is from Binding Site UK. And to confirm the positive samples, we used Western blots from Euroimmun, Germany. To detect anti-ganglioside antibodies, we used Western blots from Euroimmun, Germany. Sorry. I think most of you know how the indirect immunofluorescence works. As our study, for this antibody, we use human antibody. For the anti-antibody, we use anti-human IgG monkey antibodies, and it was labeled with FITC. For the Western blots, these are company-made special strips, and these GMI and the specialized antigens were bind to these straps in order to bind from the human serum. As for results, we get some nice diagrams as MAR2 antibodies. As you can see, the nucleus is well stained, and also atypical your antibodies. Also, we detect other antigen markers such as cytoskeleton staining in Purkinje cells, and also there are staining in molecular layer, granule layer, and also in white matter. Sorry. Summary of the staining patterns. We found 5 of the positive results of MAR2 antibody, and atypical Yo antibody 9, and altogether we found 43 different staining patterns. And for antigangliosides, we use automatic evaluation of test strips. As you can see, I saw the strips in earlier slides. These strips can be analyzed to a special kind of software, and it shows what kind of antibody is in the human sample, and also it shows the gradient of the antibody concentration. This is another sample, and you can see the you can see another example of a strip. This is the summary of the anti-angiolized results. In here, we have most of the anti-angiolicides found against IgGM instead of IgGE, and there are some patients who has both IgG, IgM, and IgG as well. For conclusion, autoantibodies plays a role causing in peripheral neuropathy, and as also in our aim, we found significant amount of antigen marker patterns in monkey cerebellum. As for discussion, we don't know whether neuropathy occurs only because of myeloma, because neuropathy can be caused by many causes. So in our patient sample, there were quite old people, and so the neuropathy might occur due to elderly. The research is still ongoing with myeloma patients without neuropathy, so we can check whether these autoantibodies are there because of the neuropathy or just because of the cancer. And the unknown antigen markers should be identified with further research. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Pastnayaka. I think we can have just one question. Were these autoantibodies seen in patients who did not have neuropathy as well?
That's what we are doing, ma'am. Now, currently, they are doing this research to find these antibodies can be seen without peripheral neuropathy.
Okay. In
intensity, despite the having disease or not.
If you can repeat the question, we can. Please.
There are a lot of individual variants in the intensity.
There are some individual variants.
Can you please speak to the microphone?
There were some individual variants, as I mentioned in the presentation. Some patients have both IgG, antibody against IgG and IgGM, and also they have like a different gradient of auto antibodies. I don't, as I show in the last